All right. All right. Here we go. It's yet another day. We got these things here live. Let me let everybody trickle in, or better yet, I'll just get going. Today we are live. Hopefully, you guys saw the notification earlier. If you are here live, smash that like button. If you are here after the recording, smash the like button. So this is day one of 6 of the World Athletics U20 championships that are hosted in Cali, Colombia. I remember the last time they were in Cali, Colombia, that was the World Youth Championships, I think, which were 16 and under. So this is where we're getting to see the, or at least I think it was 16 and under. All those age groups, that they got so confused, but that's where we got the McLaughlins, the Davis, and all of the other stars that we're seeing now. The Lyles. We even saw Duncan, but she winded up going, I think, to Baylor. She just graduated this year. This was her senior year, either Baylor or another university. She might have went to Baylor and another one. But in the hurdles, at that time, she had tripped over a hurdle and didn't make it out the championship to go to Cali. But still, I digress because, yeah, she was one of those top 100-meter hurdlers at the time. But if you guys are here, definitely check us out. We're going to be covering this now. It's exciting. It's exciting. Let me refresh this page before I pull it up for you guys here so I can make sure all of the results are there. I think they're still going through with the shot put. So that might be one. Yeah, they are still going through with the shot put. So I won't be able to read off that for the next round. But we got everything else here. I scheduled us here. Excuse me there. Don't forget that I'm your host, Nick. This is Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And as always, be blessed, stay rich, and remember, we're working to be the number one sports and, I guess, self-development channel that is out there. So, without further ado, let's get to it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to cover the Javelin. We're going to cover the shot put. Decathlon, I may as well do that right now since the 400 is there. And I'll do that by the summary of who's leading in the events. Don't forget, for those that like to support the channel, other than our Cash App that is in the description and everything, don't forget to check out trackstars.io. We are already working on trying to get together that animation. And if you want to help us, we're trying to sell out all 3,700 of the pre-sale ones. You also get a free one when we come out with the 15,300 of the track stars, the main ones. Definitely check those out. But if you would like to support our animation where we have those fantasy races and whatnot, definitely we're looking for it to sell those out. So definitely head over to trackstars.io, download crypto.com or something, buy Solana. It's not that hard. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to go through everything. It's a learning curve, but you can go ahead and do that. Here's where we are after, what is it? I think 5 events. Let me look here again. That 5 events for the decathlon. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5 events after the decathlon here. Right now, Nate Paris is in the lead. Wait a minute. Nope, that was his 400. Never mind. I thought that was wrong. Here we go. We got Gabriel Emmanuel from the Netherlands in the lead. He got 840 points. It's very from that last event, but the total points is 4,276. It is very close right now. It is very close between those, I would say, top 5 people, but really close between the top 3. But the top 5, anybody's championship to win. Then we got Jacob Thalander from Sweden with 41.92. Canada's Nate Paris 41.45, and he really made up a lot of points right there in that 400 because he lost out in some of the jump events earlier. Then we got Great Britain Sammy Ball 4,046, Slovenia's John 4,008, and then I'm going to end it off here from Spain 4,003. That's the 4,000 point barrier. Paul Ferrer. There we go, right there. So let's go over to the next event that we're going to cover right now, the Javelin. Here are the qualifiers right here. We got Adriana Vilagos, Japan's Momoko Suji. You got to watch, you got to go to the World Athletics website to see where you can see it live. Then you got South Africa, Vander Westhuizen. I can't pronounce that one at all. Sakota from Croatia, Kover from Hungary, Lars from Germany, Barrios from Colombia. That's one of the, of course, home country favorites. Was getting a lot of cheers. And then we got Japan, Ayo. We got Rotundo, Carell. Let me try to wind these off. Mackenzie, and then Vivian. Those are your qualifiers. Then we got a judge's decision right here, just because of what happened in the Javelin. That's Ozalina from Latvia. Then we got shot put. Let's go ahead to the summary because it's Group A and B for the shot put. Then we got all of these qualifiers. Let me read it from the bottom up just to make sure I don't skip out on anybody. So, unfortunately, Britannia Johnson did not make it through for Jamaica. Just barely missed out on that spot. But Great Britain, Cleo made it through. Katrin from Czech Republic made it through. Lopez from Spain. Zanika from South Africa. Silver from Namibia. Gipner from Germany. Maslana from Poland. Then we got Havea from New Zealand. Turkey's Pinar. I can't remember that country right now. Let me go click on this profile. Why can I not remember this one? Dominica, Commonwealth of Dominica. Okay, I should have known that one. So Dominica, Hamilton, South Africa, De Klerk, and then Malika from Uzbekistan, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Yep. Got that nation. All right. Hey, we had a championship record today. We had a championship record. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get some screenshots and everything so that I can put them up on the screen just like I did last summer, instead of just reading out on the list. But today, since it was a lot of heats, I'm just going to read through who the qualifiers are to the next round. And then there you go. So let me do the summary of some of these events. We got the steeplechase. We got a couple athletes that actually went to the World Championships for the main World Championships. So they have a much easier time. Well, both in the 100, the 3,000 meter steeplechase. I think we had one 800 meter athlete that went to the World Championships in Eugene. But yeah, we got a lot of good things here. We got the finals for the 5 and the 3,000 meter run here. Let me make sure. Let me cover the hurdles first. Then the 4x4 relay. I'll go through each heat as it were, making sure I get everything here. So let's go in reverse here. Let me go heat by heat here. Now we got a world U20 leading mark here from Matthew Sophia from the Netherlands. Now what I got to say about this guy right here, Marlon Gordon, yeah, it was 10 flat. So what I got to say about Sophia, he was like hitting. He was just, my man's was hitting every hurdle basically, except for like 3. He was just hitting every hurdle. I guess it said no wind, which is weird. I guess his was a 0 wind, but anyway. Yeah, he was hitting every hurdle, and just to let you guys know, these hurdles are actually not the same height as the regular 110, Because I remember last summer people were confused. The U20 height for the guys are not the same height as it were for the other ones. They're a little bit shorter. So when you're looking at 13.1, you'd be like, oh my goodness, they're going real fast over there. They're different heights, okay? They're shorter. But anyway, that's still very quick. 13.1. He was hitting everyone, so I just wonder what'll happen when he starts to hit them. Then we got a national U20 record for the Bahamas of Antoine Andrews. Willis made it through from Australia. Then we got Breeze from Portugal. Let me make sure I'm getting... This is the summary here. Yep. Another national U20 record for Serbia. Bogdan. Congratulations to the people that got the national records and the world leading marks here. Deshaun Lamb from Jamaica made it through 13.69. Carter Bray from Canada. TJ Caldwell. Where is the U.S. athlete here? Here it is. While I'm thinking about it, Malik Mixon. This guy, I thought he was about to wipe out or something. The guy hit the first hurdle, then he hit the second one, then he's like, all right, I'm straight. Then the fourth hurdle, he tripped up, leaned forward. His legs were going all over the place, but he kept it together. And after that, somehow, he pulled it together. I thought he got third or fourth, actually. It was very close between him and the Japanese, but somehow he got second in his heat. He got second. And I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it was just the camera angle or something like that, because I thought the first two guys were just way ahead. But somehow he came from just being completely out of the race. He was the favorite right there, but he hit the first two, almost wiped out on the fourth one. And then I'm like, okay, man, the American crowd was cheering him on. And everything like that. So Malik Mixon, he's going to be one to look out for coming toward the final. Let me go from the bottom up here. Isaiah Patrick, national U20 record, 13.98 for Grenada. Then we got Oscar from France, Simon from Czech Republic, Enzo, Elvin Yapzichan. Then we got Mitchell Lightfoot, Marcus Moberg, Stepan Schubert, Christos Panagia. Yeah, Christos. There we go, from Greece. I'm just going to do that. A lot of athletes getting their personal best, matching their personal best, which is good. The Mario Prince from Jamaica. Then we got, I think he got second in his heat. Monsif from Algeria. Thiago Ornelas dos Santos. I've been seeing him a lot. If I'm not mistaken, he appeared here last year. Did he get a medal in this last year? Or did he just make the finals? I think I remember seeing this guy last year in the last year's edition of this in Nairobi. But then we got Morty from Germany, Wan Kai from Chinese Taipei, if I'm not mistaken, Denmar Jacobs from South Africa, and then there you go. Those are your qualifiers for that 110. Here's the 4x4. Very interesting. So we got a personal best for the team from Botswana, which is very interesting because they had a quote personal best before, but I'm like, I could have sworn they ran faster than that at that time. I'm not going to double check on this one. I'm just going to go by what World Athletics is saying here. They've had a couple of mistakes before, but I'm just going to go by this is Botswana's U20 personal best time, 3:29.28. So congratulations to them. And then we got Czech Republic in second in that heat, Ecuador in third, national U20 record. So congratulations for them. Italy got DQ'd. They just weren't doing things correctly. Nigeria and Bahamas did not start. Nigeria is missing a lot of their athletes. So maybe some more shenanigans with the country just being in complete and utter disarray with their administrators. They just keep embarrassing their country. Maybe I shouldn't speak too loud on that since I will be visiting there in a couple months. But, oh well, if they ban me, they ban me. If they don't want to do the papers or whatever with the visa, it's whatever. It's not going to stop me from saying what I'm going to say. But, yeah, their administration is really embarrassing the rest of the country. The people are working hard, and their administration is just in the puppet hands of Great Britain and the United States or whatever. Just making them look bad. United States wins this one with a championship record, 3:18.65, and they still got some more to go. So this is going to be very, very interesting with this mixed 4x4. They still got more to go, so congratulations to them. Jamaica right on the heels. This is going to be interesting. What do you guys think here? Jamaica, and I've been saying this before, even to my buddy, I was like, Jamaica is really putting in more strides to get some 400 athletes. And this U20 is giving you previews. Before y'all discount U20 and say, well, you know, athletes may not be able to transition. That's not the whole point, because some athletes just aren't. It's only 3 spots per country, and then indoor it's only 2. Unless you got the wild card picks for world championships. It just kind of automatically limits you. If you had more, and you look at it like the Diamond League, the Continental Tour for those leagues and everything, sometimes you let athletes shine. And this channel is going to attempt to allow other athletes to shine. We haven't done the best job at doing that this year. Last year, to be honest, we were doing a little bit better at highlighting athletes that weren't just that top 3 and then you could forget the rest of them. But we are going to be doing that for the rest of the summer at least. So Jamaica, USA, real close there, real close. It could be anybody's race tomorrow. And I know somebody on the staff there at USATF. I know a few of them. I called one, and I know they're going to feel a certain type of way if they don't win that mixed 4x4. So this is going to be very interesting. Marlon Gordon said it's really close. Yeah, it's, man, right there. It's just a second off. So Jamaica U20 got second. Then we got Brazil in third. Somewhat close, but they're far enough off. Mexico, national U20 record for them. So congratulations to them on their mixed 4x4. Australia. But the 2 qualifiers here would be Jamaica and United States. Bahrain got DQ'd. Kenya, unfortunately, didn't start. They usually look pretty good in 4x4s in general, especially U20. But hey, then we got an area record. So that's an Asian record for India with that U20. So congratulations to them. And Germany with a national U20 record. In this, they qualified. Then we got our time qualifiers, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and then Poland. Romania got a personal best, so congratulations to them. South Africa, unfortunately, did not make it. So let's move on to the next events here. What event is this? 800. Okay. So, the women's 800. This is the qualifier to the semifinals. So this is prelims, then semis, and finals. So, I want to say this athlete here. Let's see if they have a picture of her. If not, I'm just going to have to take a screenshot tomorrow. Okay, so this athlete here, Juliet Whitaker. If anybody... Tapper said India looks like they got heart. Yeah, India's working pretty hard out there. India, like I said, India has gotten inspired just by one athlete to really take athletics way more seriously. That's a whole transformation there. But getting back to this 800 right here, Juliette Whitaker is going to be somebody to watch. Right now, she's the only athlete in that field in the U20 that has broken 2 minutes. All right, let's look at the progression here. Hold on. Here's the 8. And she's ran under 2 minutes twice. Okay, ran under 2 minutes twice. As you can see, this was done here at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. And y'all just look at the date. Look, it's almost 1 year after each other where the personal best was. But this is very, very interesting. She's gone under 2 minutes twice already this year. The only one, which means that's the U18 best as well, if I'm not mistaken, if I look on that chart. But I bring her up because she kind of really runs with these really short strides for her height. And she runs just like Aji Wilson. So I'm not going to try to say, look, remember Aji Wilson was doing well since she was about 18, 17 or 18. She's one of those teenage superstars as well at that time. So she's, and I mean, I immediately got it before I even heard the announcer say it. I was like, wait a minute, is this Aji Wilson? Not only has she got about the similar skin tone and whatnot and kind of like shoulder build like that, but she literally is running like her. And I'm just like, okay, there we go. So definitely look out for her even beyond this championship, I got to say. Then we got, so she made it through easily. She looked around. She looked like she wasn't going to try to take the win or do too much. Then when she realized nobody was really moving, she just won her heat and just said, all right, I'm going to take it. And then we got, and that's for the United States. Then we got Turkey, Juliette, Haley Kitching from Australia, Indiva from Latvia, Alem from Ethiopia. That's somebody to look out for. Chepchir from Kenya, Sadek from Slovenia, Loveness from Norway. Then we got a whole host of other athletes like Abigail, Vera, Eveline, Celine. Oh yeah, and another thing, if I'm not mistaken, Elam is wrong athlete. That's 3,000 steeplechase. We got Valentina from. Yeah, I'm not even gonna start naming out the country names too much. Claudia Hollingsworth is being trained by Craig Mottram. For the people that don't know, Craig Mottram was called the Big Mazungo or something like that out of just representing Oceania in general. He will always get his behind kicked by Haile Gebrselassie. I had a conspiracy that they like literally paid Haile to race this dude just so Haile Gebrselassie could allow Craig Mottram to lead 5,000 or 10,000 meter races the entire time and then get outkicked the last 400 meters. I was like, man, he was like the whipping guy for the East Africans. But at the World Championships, he did get a bronze eventually in the 5,000 meters. But I remember they had a whole bunch of interviews. Y'all go look him up. If I'm not mistaken, it was World Championships. Was that 2005 or 2009? One of those two. But Craig Mottram was extremely tall compared to the rest of the athletes. He just looked towering over people. So that's an excellent athlete to be training Claudia Hollingsworth. Just wanted to bring that one up. Then we got Lame that made it through, Martina. Then Barla. I don't know why they got Canada in here when there's not a Q. It's always weird with the names. They're just doing it by time, I guess. Wero. Tesfaye for Ethiopia. Willis. So Willis is, I think, the second fastest athlete in the field. And she's just over 2 minutes. So she's got 2 flat 0.3. She's just right there to break the 2 minute barrier. Then we got Perman, Koskela, Hilton. Germany didn't make it in there. And then we got Petja. So those are your qualifiers for the semifinal in the U20 800. What is this? The 1500. Why is it so hard to figure out what the name of this? 3,000 steeplechase. Thank you. Because it does not say it right there. Then we got, here are the qualifiers for the final, if I'm not mistaken. It was a semi straight to a final. Yep. So we got Faith Cherotich. Man, she put up a big mark. A 9:38.18. That was kind of like signifying to Alamayu, which actually ran at the World Championships here. If I'm not mistaken, she's 17. Yep, 17. She made it to the first round of the World Championships right here that just took place not too long ago at all. Not too long ago at all. So, but she's very quick. Low nines right there. One of the fastest, top 3 in the history. Faith Cherotich is a little bit faster than her. But Alamayu just kind of took it out easy. Just went there 9:52. 65 to win her heat. Remember, this is a summary, so it's mixing up some things. But the 2 fastest in the field are actually Faith Cherotich and then Meseret Yashane for Ethiopia. So 9:38.18, 9:41.99. Automatic qualifiers. Then we got Kosgei of Kenya. Chekwemoy Oh my goodness, I should know how to pronounce these names much better than this. From Uganda, Rehab from Tunisia, Greta, Marta, Veronica, Khadija, Carolyn, Carrie from the USA, and Harper for the USA. I was actually a little surprised that they made it through because they were really kind of far back. But then I forget at the U20, some of the other times could make it through. They were in a fast heat. Then we got Agnes and then Blaga. Let me make sure there are not some other qualifiers there. But I am really excited. Let me see here. This got to be the 1500. Making sure 1500 heats going straight to a final. So, man, these heats were, man, they were racing for the spots. Because if I'm not mistaken, what were the qualifiers? First 3 in each, yep, and then the 3 next fastest times. So let me just go here. The first one was Kimayo for Kenya, 3:42.69. Kasase for Ethiopia. Oh my goodness, today is a horrible day for me announcing people's names. 3:43.06. Then we got Philip from Poland. Then a time qualifier, Jonathan Gran from Sweden. Unfortunately, the other athletes didn't make it through, but those were that. Then we went to this heat right here. This is what I wanted to highlight. We got Ronald Chariot from Kenya. He went out in 57, came through at 156 at the 800, and then came through with another 59-second lap. So he went 57, 59, 59, and then he came through at whatever it was. And I'm just like, does he have to go sub 4 pace right now? Does he have to like burn it out? Because he was just way ahead of the field. He could take it easy. He was just giving it to him from the start. So he just said, look, I'm going to put on the show. He didn't look like he was wasted at all or anything like that. The man was just out here. So Ronald Chariot, definitely look out for him for the next round. Hopefully he didn't use too much energy, but they got a couple of days rest or a few days rest, so they're going to come back. So he's got 3:40.96, easily ahead of everybody else. Vivian Hens from Luxembourg, 3:45.04. Max Davies from Canada, 3:45.55. Heat 3, here you go. Final heat. Then we got Ermias Girma from Ethiopia, 3:45.40. Nathan Green, 3:45.80. It was just a lot of stuff going on coming through here because they took it out more conservatively. So it was just a bunch up at the finish here. So then we got Ethan Hussey, 3:46.18. Zane Powell as your time qualifier, 3:46.56. And then Kevin 3:46.60. I know I've seen this guy before run. Let me see on the circuit. Let me confirm this. I am pretty sure I have seen him. So it says National Indoor Champion. I know I recognize his name. Definitely so. Moving along. Here we go. The 100s. Moving along to the 100s. So, okay, we got, hold on, 8 heats to go over here in the 100, U20. Then we got the semi and then the final. But for the people that are curious, you got to go to World Athletics website to actually see how you're going to be able to see it in whichever countries. Geronimo 22. If you're still here, maybe you just got to use a VPN or something, or sign up for their subscription service or whatnot. That you just got to look at the providers. I can't say either or what you're supposed to do. You could just if you're not here or you are still here, definitely just join our Discord. The Discord is in the description here, and then you could just say, hey, ask where it is, and then I'm going to post up the link in the Discord. That's what I should have said earlier. So I'm going to post up the link for the people that want to be able to see it. It's going to be in our Discord group. So if you are wanting to see the events and everything, tomorrow when it's about to go live, I'm going to add everybody, pin it to the chat, and then say, here's the link to the live. So, yeah. And it's just like clockwork. Just like clockwork. We got them porno spammers up in here. Just very weird energy for them to bring here. Very, very weird energy to have this stuff in here. Very, very weird energy. But anyway, so we got Heat 1. Positive 0.2 wins. So almost dead win. We got Alessio Fagan. 10.25 personal best. So congratulations to him. We got Muketwa from South Africa. 10:36. Qualify automatically. Here's our time qualifier. Satali. So you got 8 next fastest times in the first 2. So very, very interesting. Heat 2 right here. Benjamin Richardson. I would say he's one to kind of look out for, but really nobody's gonna. I don't know if we're talking about second place, unless what's his name really false starts, pulls up or something. Richardson is probably the next best athlete, I gotta say. Maybe the American or the Jamaican, but I would say Richardson from South Africa. And something before people think I'm talking about a different Richardson, clean your ears out. 10:33 qualified pretty easily. 10:41 for Espinosa. Then we got 10:47, matched his season best for Nazio John here. They said the win for the hundreds couldn't make up his mind. I know. Every other one, it was like positive, negative, positive, negative. This one is a negative 1.2 headwind. Then we got a negative 0.6. It was very interesting there. Because this is clear. And the way he looked relaxed, Tobogo, the way he looked relaxed, that would have been another world record. Just having it with a slight, if he had the win from Heat 1, he probably would have just matched the world record that he already has, the U20 world record. But very, very interesting. He looked relaxed. He was looking at the clock. He's not letting anything show. So if he was trying at max speed, I didn't really see any strain from him. Yeah, he just looked very, very relaxed. So, and he can do that when he's way faster than everybody else. He can do that. It's nobody there to really challenge him, especially in this round right now. So, Tebogo from Botswana, 10 flat championship record against a negative 0.6 headwind. Automatic qualifier, obviously. Merrick from Poland, 10.4. Nobody else made it out of their heat. We can even see the photo finish right here. Just looking very, very relaxed. He's not leaning forward. He's leaning back. He's in control. He's just like, I can make it through. And that's just how it is when you got the skills, the talent, the hard work. All of those things mix up together. Sometimes at the younger ages, more of the talent can go through than the hard work. But I would say that you still got to mix that with hard work in order to get there. But once you mix all of those together, just like I did in that other video, how could we, mix these into real life? If you're a person that got talent and you don't put in the hard work for somebody, that other person can eventually and will very likely beat you and do better than you, get paid more than you, get more accolades than you, whatever it is. Steal your wife, steal your husband, or something like that, if you slack off and you don't constantly keep sharpening your blade of your innate abilities that you got. If it's talent, if it's not talent, you just work yourself there and then you start relaxing on your laurels. So that's just how it is. So hopefully he doesn't do that going forward. Obviously he knows he's been at the World Championship, so I don't think he will do that. But we see some people talent, and they're out there taking pictures just like they did with UFC with that one chick. Hey, she was out there just taking interviews, then she got her bricks knocked out of her. We got another woman in track and field just out there doing everything, documentaries and all of this stuff, and then she shows up and gets her behind handed to her. That's where talent does not beat hard work, and you just get your bricks blown off. And then it looks like, oh man, this person got lucky. Nah, they just got lazy. Unless they got injured or something like that, there's no reason they would go from that fast or that dominant, depending on the sport, to like nowhere the next year. It just doesn't make sense. So we got Jamaica in here. Now the win is positive 1.7. That's what Tobago needed. That's what he needed. He needed the positive 1.7. So he could have eased through at like 996, 995 or something like that. Just ease through, or even faster. Because that's a big difference right there. An over 2.0 tailwind difference. But we got Sandri, if I pronounced that correctly, or Sandri Davison from Jamaica. Wasn't he the second place finisher in the U20 100, if I'm not mistaken? And so 1025 automatic qualifier. The guy from Japan, Hiroto Fujiwara. I could pronounce that much better too. I should know how to pronounce that name very easily. But 1041, the guy, he was very excited. He's over there like, yes, yes, yes. Just there. And that's the energy I like to see. People getting excited, making it through to the next round. Like, hey, look, I made it through these championships. I deserve to be here. I worked hard, and I made it through to the next round. That was nice. Then we got a Colombian. So I know they were very happy with an automatic or a time qualifier spot. Matched the season best of 1045. Carlos Flores Angulo. So he made it through. Unfortunately, Zachary Evans from Bahama did not make it through. Then we got, once again, the win is like every other race. It went, now it's negative 1.2 headwind. And you know, this kind of messes up some of the athletes, and this is just unfortunate. Sometimes you don't got the win for you, and some other athlete in their heat might have made it through because they had the win. And if you had the win in your favor, whatever it is, you could have had it through. And that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So you just kind of want to make sure you're one of the automatic top qualifiers so you don't have to worry about it. But we got Michael Onilogbo from Great Britain, 1039. Lorenz Colbert, 1039 in second for the USA. Then we got Connor Bond, 1043 from Australia. I'm surprised from Mabilo from Nigeria because he actually got out pretty good. And then I guess I lost track of him. It was probably mid-race, and then he just kind of got blown out. But it was close. I thought he might have been able to make it through, but unfortunately not. Then we got Porapol 10.2 automatic qualifier. Michael Gizzy 1035. I know he was kind of sweating right there because some things was going on with him. Here's the photo finish. Then we got Renald Longa. Oh yeah, and by the way, win negative 0.9. And then that's a personal best for him. So congratulations to him for Colombia. 1040. Then we got Ajani Daly. 1048 personal best. 1052 personal best from local national U20 record. Oh my goodness. 1135. Let me see if before I say this. Monaco. Yeah, I was correct. Okay. I didn't want to say that out loud. But Killian from Monaco, 1135. So that's pretty good for them. Then we got Jamaica. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name whatsoever. You said naked bot alert. Kiki Brown, yeah, I got rid of that bot a long time ago, unless it's some other bots trying to come up. But yeah, so I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name at all. Is this a Nigerian last name? Or does this person have a Nigerian parent? Cause that's what this last name looks like to me. This is definitely a Nigerian name with the NK or right there. Nkrumie. That's what I'm gonna say now until I can figure out how to pronounce the guy's name from Jamaica. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Nkrumie. So 10. Let's just see how the cookie crumbles. That's what I'm gonna say. Cookie crumbles. So Cookie Crumbles from Jamaica. I'm not trying to make fun of his name, but I can't pronounce his name. 1039. He automatically qualified through. Francis Jeff Arias 1056 in Crumier. Yeah, I'm almost. I'm gonna have to ask my Nigerian friends to pronounce this one, so I can come back with some more respect on his name tomorrow. But until then, we gonna have to call you Cookie Crumbles right now. So he for Jamaica represented them well, made it through to the next round. Then we got a national U20 record. Here we go, right here. If I'm not mistaken, is this? Hold on, Chinese Taipei, or is no Malaysia? I should have known this. What the heck? Buwa Nkrumah, if that helps. Buwaj Nkrumah. Okay, I see you trying to type it out phonetically. I'm gonna ask somebody else. Nkrumah. I don't even think it's in. I'm not even supposed to pronounce the N like that. I should know that. Nkrumah. Okay, I'm gonna ask my Nigerian friends because I'm almost I'm 99% certain that he has one Nigerian parent and is probably the father right there. So based on how the name is, but anyway, I'm gonna leave Cookie Crumbles alone real quick. Let me go here for Malaysia 10.09 national U20 record. Congratulations to Mood Azim Fami. And then also another national U20 record, but I'll get to that in a second. Japan, Hiroki Yanagida, 1024. Those are your automatic qualifiers. And then most of the time qualifiers came from this one. Positive 0.8 tailwind. It's Thomas Mondino from Argentina, 1034 with a national U20 record. Congratulations. Almond Small from Canada, 1041. Diego Gonzalez, personal best. Congratulations, 1047 for that one from Puerto Rico. Let me look here at the semifinal matchup. Let's see who we think is going to make it through. So we got Heat 1 right now. It's going to be 2 plus the next 2 fastest. Well, Richardson from South Africa, I'm not really too concerned. Oh, wait a minute. They got Richardson. Let me see. Longa, Gonzalez, Richardson, Tobago, Colbert, Onilogbo, Sitali, and then Merrick. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is a hard one. It always gets real hard because I want to see multiple people make it through. But it's looking like it's going to have to be Richardson and Tobago. Now, let's see if the wind is good. But I say those two got the easiest pathway through. Richardson just looked like he was going through the motions and doing what he needed to do. Tobago obviously looked the most relaxed out of everybody here. So we're going to see what happens. I can't see who else is going to go through until I look at the other heats. Then we got Angelo, Bond, Yanagida, Bunsen, Gizzy, Davison, Arias, and Espinosa. I'm sure that's Espinosa, but it could be Espinosa. So, Hey, this one is going to be a harder one for me. Because I want to say Davison is going to do it. But how this is heating up right here, we might get the Japanese guy. He's coming in with the fastest time here. But I want to say Davison and Yanagida are the two favorites. The American, he's going to have to put in some work in between them. Then Bunsen obviously got a quick time. But we're going to have to see this one. But I'm going to lean toward the Japanese athlete. He did not perform the best in his heat, which is why I'm not saying he's the overall favorite, because he could easily get himself knocked out. But if anything, this looks like this could be the time qualifier heat right here. The time qualifier heat right here. Oh, wait a minute. What? I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Come on, load up. World Athletics, come on, hurry up. Oh my goodness, what is this? Yes, I know the data's not available. Come on. That's what I get for clicking the wrong button. Heat 3. Let's look at the final one. Then I can see there. We got Small John, Fami, Nkrumah, or Cookie Crumbles, Foggin, Shifura, Fujiwara, and then Mondino. Okay, based on this one, well, it depends on if Fami can reproduce this. Because if I'm not mistaken, let me look at his progression of times. Because he could be doing real good, or that could just been a one-off. That could have been just a one-off, really, really good race coming here. Yeah, that was a huge drop-off in his time. He knocked off just under 0.2 of a second right there. But this is about 3 weeks later. He knocked off. Let me look at the progression just to see if last year. Yeah, he's got almost 0.6 of a second from last year to now. Man, this dude is on. Wait a minute, not 0.6. Because in 2019 he went 10.5 something and then went back up in time. But he's on fire. This guy's on fire right now. So you know what? Based on him being on fire, I got to say he's going through on an automatic time. We'll see if he'll be able to reproduce it. But based on being on fire, he might actually run another personal best. And then in the final, who knows what the heck is going to happen. So we got Fami from Malaysia. That's going to take the one spot. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to take this other one? This one is a little bit harder to me. Because I don't want to just look at their times because I know less of the athletes here. Based on what I'm seeing with some of these athletes, let me look here. Let me look at some of these athletes here. Because South Africa definitely knows how to put in that work. He's dropping a good massive amount on his time. What are these athletes doing where they dropping these massive amounts that these the masters athletes that are training, my friend included, could learn from them other than their youth and them growing in strength and all of that? They could be doing some other things in their training that allows them to drop massive times. Because he just went from... Also, he did that 10.19 way back in March. Way back in March. Let's see when Nkrumah Cookie Crumbles over here did his time. Let's look at his progression. So he seems to be on a more, quote, natural progression. Okay, that was in April. Oh, no, this is really more recently. But that's more than a month. That's more than a month ago. That 10.22. But that's more recent. So, you know what? I got to give Nkrumah. He ran against that massive wind right there. I'm going to give Nkrumah from Jamaica and Fami. Those are the 1-2. Because the guy from South Africa, he ran that too far ago. And Nkrumah ran this more recently. And then into that massive wind that he had, I'm going to say he probably was right around his personal best. Without, it was just being hidden right there. I'm going to give it to him. Okay, we got 2 more events. Then we're going to talk about what we do tomorrow. Because we're going to come around same time, same place. Thank y'all for coming out. If you want to know when we're posting it up, let me just post up the Discord link right here so that you guys can join. Give me just a second. Let me find the Discord. It's in our description. Where's my Discord invite? Hopefully this link hasn't expired because I haven't updated this in a while, but people come here. Here, guys, join the Discord if you guys are having trouble finding the stream and everything here. We got 2 more events. We got the 3,000 and the 5,000. Women's 3,000. I'm just going to say off the scores, and then we're going to talk about tomorrow about the events we're covering. We got the winner right here, Betty Chalanga of Kenya. She came away with the win, 9:01.03. That was very good for her. We got Sion Abebe, which, if I'm not mistaken, with this 9:03.85. 15 years old. Let me see. Let me make sure and double check. Yes, she is 15 years old. One of the youngest in this whole championships. Coming through and got a medal at 15 years old. Can we say that she's going to show up year after year over the next few years of these championships and even at the higher level, especially if she can keep this. We don't know how puberty's gonna hit, how all of that's gonna affect her, and maybe aches and pains and injuries, because that does affect the men and women, especially the women. I've seen it in Illinois plenty of times. Very good freshman, sophomore, even could be a state champ as a sophomore or freshman, and then by junior, senior year, they just fall off the map because puberty hits them hardcore, and then they just boom, disappear. Hopefully that's not the case with this athlete here, but we'll see. 9:03.85 at 15. Gosh dang. But these athletes are running fast. Shoes, track or not, they are running quick as all get out. Then we got Nancy Cherub, 9:05.98 from Kenya. That's your 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to them. Here's your photo finish up here where they're coming through. She's celebrating here, giving the salute. Chalanga, giving the salute to everybody. Now, then we got the men's 5,000, U20, 5,000. Real quick here. Where is he at? Where is he at? We got a Nelson Mandela. So somebody named after Nelson Mandela right here with the namesake from Kenya. Where is he at? Am I missing something? Oh yeah, Bray, if I'm not mistaken. This guy looks like a carbon copy clone of the way Kenenisa Bekele runs his form. The only thing that's different, he don't look like him in the face or whatever. But when you see him running, other than him grimacing, because Kenenisa Bekele really didn't grimace all too much when he was younger. He learned that from Haile Gebrselassie. You don't grimace, you smile. So, but the way his short stride was, he's like the shortest dude in the field. And then the way he's running, he puts his head down a little bit. And when he's there, I'm like, and then even the announcer got it. I'm just like, okay, I knew I wasn't just seeing that. I'm like, dude, he's running like Kenenisa Bekele. So we'll see as he gets older how he's going to come into form. But I just wanted to point that out for the distance crowd here. If they're looking at all of the athletes here, very, very interesting. So we got somebody running like Aji Wilson in the women's 800 for the women's team. Then we got another Ethiopian running like Kenenisa Bekele. So in first place, we got Adisu Yehune from Ethiopia, 14:03.05. Man, I'm telling you, these quick times, oh my goodness. 14:03.05. Can y'all just imagine this? Just imagine 14 minutes for 5,000 meters. And this is U20. But Merhawi Mebratu. Obviously, if I practiced this before, I could just knock that one out. 14:03.33 for Eritrea. And then we got Hobtum Samuel, 14:03.67 from Eritrea. Now, I just wonder one day, will Eritrea and Ethiopia combine once more? I just wonder that. Because with tensions and all of those things, I just wonder, just like how China is like, yo, we taking back our country right here from the U.S. I wonder if that's going to happen. So day 2 is tomorrow. Here's the morning session. It starts at 8:30 in the morning with a decathlon. Let's see what we got in the morning here. We got the pole vault men qualifying. We got more of the decathlon pretty much sprinkled through. The women's 400 heats qualifiers right there. The men's 400 heats in there. We got the high jump in the morning. 400 hurdles. The discus, no, that's the decathlon. Hammer throw for the men. Pole vault for decathlon. Then we got the 100-meter heats for the women. Very, very interesting here. I know we got that contingency for Jamaica that's looking out at the women's 100 meters. Let's look at the start list right now, actually. Let me see how this is going. Oh, they got Tina Clayton all the way in lane 8. Well, needless to say, she could probably just jog this through looking at who they got her lined up with in this heat. I don't think this is going to be too much of any trouble. So yeah, she could jog this one through, make it through. The wind is probably going to be screwy again. We got Serena Cole up here in lane 1. Looks like so far they got Jamaica's in the far outside lane. She ain't got any trouble here with anybody in this field. I mean, the next closest person is from Trinidad and Tobago, and we already know the Carifta games and everything, so that's not too much to have too much of a trouble with right there. Right here we got Viwe Jinky from South Africa. Now I remember seeing this athlete earlier. I forget if Ferdinand brought her up or if I saw her compete at another one of those Continental Tour events that were in Kenya, I think, and she just went to that one. But I remember she came to my attention earlier this season, if not last year. So definitely somebody to look out for. Praise Ofaku, probably the next person to make it out of this one. Probably the next person to make it out of that one. Now going to Heat 4. God bless, just like last year is going to make it through. I think that's the easiest one to say going through here. Yeah, probably Australia is going to make it through as well. Heat 5, let's look here. Shanti Jackson, probably for the USA, going to make it through. Yeah, I mean, she's way and above that. Okay, we got them hungry heroes out here spamming up the chat again. Nia Wedderburn Goodison. All right, that's a very long name from Great Britain and Northern Ireland's team. She looks like she's going to be the one that makes it through, but Cedo from the Netherlands might give her a challenge right there. Those two very, very close seed times. I'm sure we're going to see somebody hit some personal best. Somebody's going to surprise here and everything. We got USA's Mia Bray Pederson. She's one of the favorites coming in. I know that she's been looking good out of the United States this year. So this is going to be very, very interesting. 16 years old, already doing that 11:25, 16 years old, looking very, very good out the United States. So let's see what she's going to do against the Jamaicans. But until then, she's got to make it through the rounds. Everybody's got to make it through the rounds. Here's the evening session. We got the 110 meter hurdle semis, the shot put finals, men's 100 meter semis, javelin 800 semifinals, long jump 4x4 mixed relay final, shot put final, men's javelin women final, and then we got the 100 meter final. So the semifinals for the 110 meter hurdles and the finals are not on the same day. Very, very interesting. I just wanted to point this one out right here. They do not have it on the same day. But this is what we're looking toward tomorrow. So be here tomorrow. Let's see what time. 6:15 p.m. I'm going to cover it the morning and the evening. Once again, if you would like to support this, we are working on the animation right now. I'm getting together the animators right now. If you want to support that, we are looking, family, for you to come over to trackstars.io. That's going to support the future endeavors of those fantasy races. Also, we're going to have women that are here. We're starting with the men designs here. You get a free airdrop later on if you hold one of these pre-sale ones. There are 3,700 of them. Out of the 15,300 additional ones that we'll have, you're going to be able to vote on 5,000 of them. And of those 5,000, everybody that you vote, you're going to get a free airdrop of one of those ones. Those are ultra rare. So definitely value for the buck that's there. Definitely support us. Head over to trackstars.io. You need a cryptocurrency called Solana in order to purchase it. You need a cryptocurrency named Solana in order to purchase it. But today, thank you guys for supporting us as always. I appreciate everybody here that has come out to this video for Head and Shoulders ATR. Definitely head over to trackstars.io